and gentlemen, tonight's guest host of Nashville Now, the Judds.
Tell me I'm right, but don't tell me I was born to be blue. Nobody dies from a heartache. You can't drown in your own tears. But who wants to live in this world alone when minutes turn into years? So I'd rather go down believing, suffer a heartache or two. Tell me I'm wrong, tell me I'm right, but don't tell me I was born to be blue. Born just to cry, born to be alone till the day I die. Somebody tell me, 'cause I'm born to be loved, born to be kissed, born to find the one to show me what I miss. I'm born to be blue, born just to cry, born to be alone till the day I die. Tell me, mama, born to be blue, born just to cry, born to be alone till the day I die.
It's the Winona and Naomi show.
Well, they're back again.
Oh.
My goodness, you're a rowdy bunch.
We've got a fantastic show tonight. We've got Tammy Wynette, personal friend of ours.
Pirates of the Mississippi.
And the newcomer, Mr. Joe Diffie. And we want to say hello to our good friend, Mr. Ralph Emery out there. And if we mess up the show, Ralph, we'll do one for free for you, okay?
Well,
I'm going to take Winona to see Santa Claus as soon as the show's over with. Now, wait a minute, how old are you now?
I'm 26.
Oh, boy, forget. Well, but you know, guys, I heard the Secret Service took Dan Quayle today to see Santa Claus, so I guess we can. We'll be right back. of you out there who don't know a whole lot about our industry, there's a publication called Radio and Records, known to us as R&R, that's one of the Bibles of our industry, the music industry. It's a very prestigious publication, and they have named our next group the best new country group there is.
It's their very first award. So would you welcome the Pirates of the Mississippi?
There you go. Here's one that goes out to everybody.
Hi, baby. She sat there. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Okay.
And we have to work on the road with these characters. These guys are personal friends of ours. They've been our opening act, and I think we got a whole bunch of dates with you characters next year, don't we?
Yeah. Thank goodness.
They gave us a little cue card here, as if we didn't, we could probably write the book on you, but they gave us
I like
something.
this one right here. It says one of the band's first names, the Cloggers, because people clogged at your gigs.
That's right. I never met an unhappy clogger.
And
So we
how,
thought
why is
that'd be a
that?
good name.
Huh? I think breakdancing is just clogging laying down, isn't it?
That's, well, we've been accused of that.
But what I was going to ask you about, who it says musical heroes, Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton, I can hear that in you. Allman Brothers, Jerry Jeff Walker, and the Happy Goodman family.
That's
Now,
right.
who did that? Dean. I should have known.
Grew up in a gospel family.
Good for you. These guys are hot. If you haven't seen these characters on stage, you need to.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks so much.
Well, Rich, one of the greatest compliments anybody can give us is that we sound like our record, and that's what everybody says about these cats, because they really do sound like the record.
I like it when Jimmy pours a pitcher of water on his head during the show when he gets hot.
It gets awful hot up there, don't you know?
The pirate, Jimmy the pirate. That's where we got the Pirates of the Mississippi from, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah?
You're swashbucklers.
Yes, we looked at him one night and we said, "My goodness, he's a pirate." And if he'd be a pirate in modern days, he'd be a pirate of the Mississippi or something. I said, God, that's a great song.
How long have you guys been together?
About 4 years now. Yeah, started out in
Who
Rich's
started
basement.
it?
Not me.
Kind of. Don't blame us on
Blind
me.
date.
It's Bill and I were working together in the music scene, writing songs and working in the
Do
music.
y'all really get along?
Yeah, we really do, believe it or not.
It feels so weird asking that question because people ask us that all the time, but it's nice to be able to ask if
Oh,
you really
yeah.
do get
We
along.
borrow money from each other. We steal money from each other. It's great.
That's exactly right. We owe each other so much money, we have to stay together now.
Yeah.
One night I ran into Bill in probably the lobby of a Holiday Inn somewhere out in Life's Highway.
He hangs out there
And he
a
had
lot.
he had this big red thing on his forehead. I'm glad to see that's gone away. These are not your normal people, I have to warn you, Carrie.
Tell that story,
No,
Bill.
tell him.
Share it with the audience, Bill.
Well, we were goofing off and on the bus. It'd been a long trip. We left from here going to Canada. So that is a long
No,
trip.
you told me that a fan did that.
No, I did not. That was, you know the little Nerf basketball games? We had one on the bus, and they stick on the wall, and I took the thing and stuck it on my forehead for about 30 minutes, and when I took it off, somebody said, "What's wrong with your head?" Round purple
Life gets
thing.
boring on the road.
And we had to do a show that night, so.
But he had this massive hematoma, you know, like this third eye for about 24 hours with us. We were, you know, I know y'all wonder what in the world it's like being out on the road.
It's
a
a rough
very,
life
very
working with
strange
these guys, let me
existence.
tell you right now. Yeah.
It's a strange life. And actually, the night that you're talking about, I think we were in Fredericton, New Brunswick.
Up in the middle.
They had all gone down about 1 in the morning to the lounge. It was Winona, all the Judd boys. Sawyer Brown was with us, and these wild and woolly guys. And I was going out to the bus, had my pajamas on, under a full-length coat. Do you remember that?
And tucked-in boots.
Yes, and of course, no makeup. I was just out of the shower. My hair was still a little wet. I was going to the bus, and I heard them having all this jovial, good fun in there, and I thought, well, I'm going to walk in. I handed my coat before I stepped in to my bus driver, and all of a sudden, I jumped out into the lounge with my big old baggy
With her flannel pajamas
my
on.
beautiful flannel pajamas from L.L. Bean, and screamed, "Winona, it's past bedtime. Brush your teeth and get in the bunk."
And that was the end of that. And she said, "Oh, Mama."
Conversation
Oh,
after
Mom.
came to a dead
That's right.
stop.
Everybody in that room went, "Ooh, better go."
Some things never change.
But I could see all these guys the next morning that were at the bar that didn't know us, the townspeople going, when they woke up the next morning, now, did the Mama Judd really show up in her pajamas, or had I had a few?
Yes, she did.
And the name of your current album is?
Pirates of the Mississippi.
And your current single is?
Rolling Home.
And if you all don't know, they record in a very unusual situation.
Yeah, we just get in the studio and get in a circle like we used to rehearse in the basement. No headphones, just start playing, say roll the tape, and we do it 2 or 3 times each song, and if it comes off, we keep it and go to the next one.
Kind of like what we did tonight.
That's a great way to do it.
Exactly like what we did tonight.
You guys have got such a raw feel to you. I guess that's why and I like you, and why it's fun working with you. It's all, sometimes we all know of acts that get a little overproduced and a little slickorama, and that's...
Don't have to worry about that with us.
That's right. With my 3 licks, it's not going to be any problem at all.
Well, this portion of Nashville is brought to you by Goodies.
Goodies' fast-acting headache powders contain the 2 pain relievers doctors most recommend. No wonder Goodies is South's #1 headache powder.
Yay.
The current CBS Epic album is Heart Over Mind. Her new single is What Goes with Blue, one of my favorite singers in the whole universe. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Tammy Wynette.
The living legend. Bless your heart.
Wow.
Well, you folks out there, just talk among yourselves, because Tammy and I are girlfriends, and
I'm going to go get a burger. I'll be back in 5.
go do your Christmas shopping.
I think we should start off
We
this
do
by,
this every time, don't we?
We spent the whole time while we were getting ready sitting back there, and they had to egg us on to make us hurry up. But
We got a lot to catch up on.
I think one of the things that I love most about Tammy is that she's real, and country music fans can pick up on that. And
I love her because she was, I love her more, I think, because
I love her
she was the
more.
first Nashville female to sell over 1 million albums.
That's sweet. Thank you.
Says a lot for the women out there.
Thank you.
was Stand By Your Man like 67 or 68?
68.
I was 4 years old.
Don't remind me.
That's how long I've been listening to you.
Oh, I have to ask you a question. Have you got your pig yet?
No, I haven't, but I'm going to get a pig. I'm known for my animals, and I'm going to get a pig and name it Tammy Swinette.
I love
After
it.
my hero. No, it's a love thing. I promise you. I have
Her
a dog.
dog's named Loretta.
Yeah, my dog's
So she's
name's
going to have a
Loretta Lynn.
pig named Tammy Swinette, and I'm very honored. Thank you.
I love it when I'm calling to her and she comes. And when I get her, I will be very honored to have a pig named after you. So.
Tammy and I were talking on the phone one night. This lady is my best friend in country music, and we were talking on the phone one night, and Larry, my husband, came into the room. We've been talking, gabbing for about an hour, and he didn't realize, you know, I was talking to Tammy, and I thought as I hung up, we talked about our kids, about recipes, about our houses and everything. We're just a little weird because my kid is Winona Judd, you know, and we live on a bus.
Absolutely.
And we were talking, our recipes, we were talking about how to cook on a bus in our crock pot.
How to cook in crock pots.
It's very interesting being a woman on the road.
It is. It really is. And people don't understand. They think, you know, a bus. How could you travel on a bus? But they don't know they don't really know what the buses are like. They're really home for us. They are. And I'm in that bus twice as much as I am in my home. So.
Well, it's the only place I can be and wear clothes that don't match and act any way I want. So I love my bus. Like,
No makeup, no anything, you know.
No.
Nobody, we can hide back there.
right.
And you just got a new one, didn't you? You like it?
Just in the process of getting one, yeah. And you'll have to help me decorate. That's what we were talking about behind
Yes.
stage. So.
But see, we're really very normal.
Yeah.
But I think...
Naomi Judd is not normal.
Yes, I am, yes, I am. But I was thinking about...
Kind of normal, maybe.
While I was watching you sing out there, I thought, of course, you have set standards for all of us females in the business, and I know she gets embarrassed when I call her a living legend, okay, but she is. And when we think of country music, we think of Loretta Lynn and Tammy Wynette and Dolly, and you are so hip. It's true, it's true.
I think what's
so
neat
nice,
about
thank you.
country music is that, you know, the younger generations nowadays are getting to really groove on Tammy Wynette. That's what we love about country music, is because it's so stable. The fans are so loyal. I mean, you've had fans probably for, you know, since the beginning that have stuck, yeah, that have stuck with you.
Well, I've really been lucky. I had fans, children as fans when I started, and they've grown up with me. And now many of them are married, and their children are fans, you know. But I have to say I have you two to thank for a younger audience that I started having this year when we started doing some GMC shows together. And you two are responsible for a lot of young people coming to the show. And I kind of felt like the grandma of the tour, you know, for a while. I've been doing this for so long. But I loved it. I loved working with you. And
There's some crazy people in this audience. I'd like to know who they are.
You're so little. What do you use, chapstick for deodorant these days? You're so little. I didn't realize until I see her, you know, in
well,
clothes
you're
and
not
everything.
anything to brag about being big.
Well, they say dynamite comes in small packages, so.
But Tammy, from, let me see if I can remember this. Was it from 68 to 79? Is that close? Had the longest running streak
I think so, yeah.
in the history of our business. And this,
Wow.
you know, they say it's hip to be square. Yeah. I mean,
Well.
Tammy and I are like veterans of life. We
Absolutely.
cut out of the same
Well,
cloth.
it's hip to be country. I love country.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with more of Nashville Now. Stay where you are.
Nashville Now with the Judds will return after this short break. From the heart of country,
His current CBS single is If You Want Me To, and his current album is called 1,000 Winding Roads. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Diffie.
I think the boy can sing. It's good to meet you.
What note is that you're singing that?
Whew,
I didn't know you could sing that high.
I needed somebody to stick me with a pen sometimes so I could get up there.
This is the first time we've ever met.
It sure
Is
is.
this the first time on Nashville Now?
That's my second time on Nashville Now.
And I understand you made history by being CBS's first artist to hit #1 in all 3 charts.
I guess that's right, yeah.
Woo!
Thank you. Thanks.
What are all 3 charts?
The 3 charts are, let's see, Billboard, R&R, and
This
Gavin.
is a test.
It's a test. The questions get harder as we go. Hey, we got a match here, you know what?
I know.
I
I'm
ta-
probably blending into the poinsettia. Probably all you in TV land can see are the pearly whites.
I went to
Now, where are you from?
I'm from Oklahoma originally.
Are you?
Yeah, I was going to say I went to a Porter Wagner garage sale and I picked this thing up.
It says on here that you moved here after 9 years with a real job.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
because
I've had a real job.
you said that you wanted to come to Nashville and you had nothing to lose, and obviously you've gained an awful lot.
I tell you what, I've been real blessed. I sure have.
sure
And
have.
I'm sometimes blessings come in disguises. You know, I got laid off from my job that I had, and like I say, nothing else to do, so I moved here, and it's kind of worked out for me. Thank goodness.
Yeah, it is.
Of course, we've been hearing Joe on the radio, and we've heard nothing but good things about him personally, that you're a do-right kind of guy. What do you think about all this? There seems to be this incredible onslaught of new male singers in our biz.
There sure has been. You know, I'm kind of honored to be included among them. You know, I'm a fan as much as anything. You know, I like to listen to all the new guys and gals, and you know, I'm real honored to be here.
We're thrilled to have you. He performed, in case you out there in TV land are wondering what all this hooting and hollering is, we have about 150 soldiers
Don't
and their
egg 'em on.
families. And you did a show last night in Fort Campbell. The two of you did a show
That's
last
right.
night.
That's right, Miss Tammy Wynette and myself. She was gracious enough to invite me along, and we did a show at Fort Campbell last night for the 101st Airborne. And I'll tell you what, You know, the strange thing to me was I went there and trying to give them something, and I think I got more back from those people than I gave out. So
we can relate to that.
I really,
yeah.
that's the truth, you know.
When you
really.
do shows and you sit out there in that audience, and I guess it's on everybody's heart. Whether, I mean, it doesn't matter who you are, it's all on our minds. And when we do shows and we see somebody out in the audience who's got family over, you know, over there and everything, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it was really a big blessing to me. I tell you, I had a great time. There's such a great audience, and they were real hungry for it. You know, I mean, it seemed like they was
were
really
wonderful.
into it.
And Joe and I got to do a duet together.
Yeah, we sure did.
We did Golden Rings.
Which one? Golden Rings.
What a thrill for me, boy! I tell you what.
Well, me too.
Man,
I enjoyed it.
But Joe Diffie is so good. As I was saying, we've heard all these rumblings about him and the music business. And was it Charlie Monk that said this is the guy?
You're not going to give Charlie any notoriety, are you?
Charlie's going to eat this up. Charlie heard you through a wall in his office and was so impressed he jumped up and ran over to see who that was.
I guess so.
In this jaded business, that's saying something.
Well, I tell you, Charlie's a good one, I tell you.
So are you. We're tickled to meet you, and welcome to show business.
Thank you. I just want to say I'm a fan of y'all.
Oh, bless your heart.
Don't y'all go away. We will be right back. Nashville Now will continue.
Hi, I'm
We're back. Well, I guess Tammy just said this must be a show for blue songs. We did Born to Be Blue. She did her other blue song, and tonight she's going to honor us by singing Blue Christmas.
Thank you, Tammy.
The men in uniform that Tammy is kissing right now are two chaplains. These are a couple of special guests. I'm going to let you introduce yourselves.
They clean up pretty good, don't they?
Chaplain David McLean from Redstone Arsenal. I'm Chaplain Gary Bragg from Redstone Arsenal also.
It's an honor to have you with us.
I think they've got a fan club here tonight.
And the little sweetie pie sitting down here on the end is April Sherry. And I understand that
her dad's...
Saudi.
You want to tell us about your daddy?
He's in Saudi Arabia.
How long has he been gone?
About 4 or 5 months.
Are you writing to him a lot, I hope?
Yeah.
I would imagine that over there there's not a whole lot to do, so you might make sure that you write just about every day if you can.
Yeah.
Would you gentlemen share with us what your feelings are about what these families are going through this holiday?
Well, it's a very difficult time, as has already been said tonight. You know, I think everybody facing it, and especially at Christmas, when families can't be together. And that's one of the reasons we got as many soldiers as we could tonight, and really wanted to say thank you to Nashville. Because they couldn't go home for the holidays either. They're in training. And we have some of the families who are here whose husbands are in Saudi already. And so we've been kind of working together, doing as much as we can to keep the holiday season as bright as possible and to keep lifting each other up.
Well, didn't, I think, Tammy, you wanted to go over there. And you were having some trouble getting...
Yeah, I had planned on going in November, and the Pentagon wouldn't approve more than like 4 people to go at one time, entertainment groups like ours. So we couldn't go at the time, you know, so I really had wanted to go very badly. So the second best thing I could do was what I did last night, the show in Fort Campbell. Was the only other thing I knew to do.
We did a radio thing that we sent over there, because I think Mom and I, of course, the fact that we represent family, and this Christmas, I know, will be remembered in many families more so than a lot of Christmases because of what we're going through right now. And it's, I mean, everybody's having to pull together. And
we had a little get-together at Winona's house last night. She decorated and cooked and everything. We were sitting around her living room. And
you were standing in my kitchen cutting stuff for me.
It was very unusual. But we were talking about how this goes out to all the families of the men and women over there right now. We want you all to know that all of us have you in our hearts. And as sweet as the evening was last night, as wonderful and cozy as it was, there was still that real awareness that some of the folks out there don't have their loved ones with us. And you're right.
Yeah.
That's what
Mom
Christmas
and
is
I,
all about.
even if you, I hate the word war. I hate the word. But even if you are you know, protesting and stuff like that, you have to stop and think about the ones that are over there going through this, you know. And we really just appreciate the fact that that we can go to the church we want to go to. We have the freedom we do. And the reason we do is because of these characters that are over there, the men and women. Stop it.
Something that I wear, I don't wear it on my jammies, but I keep it on me all the time. Winona and I were flying in from a gig a couple of months ago, and some of the guys were coming back from the Desert Shield.
Well, we saw them coming out of the gift shop. They had like armloads of magazines and cigarettes and stuff because they hadn't been home in so long. So we got to fly home with them. And
They walked straight over and gave me their Desert Shield pin, and I cherish it. I wear it all the time, along with my little Guardian Angel pin that a fan
well,
sent
you can
me
wear
because-
this Desert Shield pin over. I think you all brought Mama a sweatshirt.
Well, I met a guy last night when we did the show in Fort Campbell, and he had a 14-month-old baby daughter and a 3-year-old son, and he said, my wife is in Saudi Arabia, and I'm going to play Santa this year, and who's going to cook the turkey? So it just really got to me because of
I think
my
he'll probably end up at
children and my
Shoney's or
family.
something, won't he?
But you know,
Wow.
we talk about, we've been talking about Christmas with family and gifts and the cooking and all that kind of stuff. But really, you know, let's not forget the reason for the season, and that is, you know, for the Prince of Peace.
That's right, exactly. We would like to present these shirts to each of you and to Tammy.
I hope
and
moms
to
have
the
rhinestones
other
on them.
guests.
Wow, goodness gracious,
how
that's
nice.
great.
Desert Shield, never to yield. All right. Oh, you all settle down. Thank you very much.
We'll wear these with pride. Yeah, I'll put a few rhinestones and sequins on these, and I'll be dancing on stage with this.
Buswear.
We want to say a real quick hello to Libby McKinney and all the kids at the Old Richmond School down in Tobaccoville, North Carolina, and we're going to come right back at you.
Hi, we're the Hesters, Hoot and Lola.
I hope Tammy Wynette doesn't mind, but I've rewritten this song. My version of it is Stand By Your Mom. But ladies and gentlemen, tonight, Miss Tammy Wynette singing Stand By Your Man.
We're having entirely too much fun. Next, we want to share with you all one of the highlights of our life. Winona and I have been privileged to come out with the very first 3D music video. We're talking in the history of music. We beat rock and roll, yay. We did it in Sedona, Arizona, and by the way, this is available in your stores. I don't usually plug things, but we're real proud of this, and I've been giving it to all of our family and friends for Christmas.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you wear these glasses, you can see Naomi Judd in 3D.
I've been called Technicolor before, but it's for a
you're in
song
3D.
called Love Can Build a Bridge that is our current single, and I really wrote it to express the way that Winona and I feel about what we've seen going on in our country the last 7 years that we've been out there. So if you all had these cute little 3D glasses, you could see it like we are. Love can build a bridge.
My mama wrote that.
Thank you.
Well, it's a pleasure once again to welcome Mr. Joe Diffie.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know them, you love them, you can't live without them.
And we can't get rid of them.
The Pirates of the Mississippi.
There you go.
That's a great song.
We sure appreciate y'all tuning us in tonight.
Well, they just, are y'all coming back, or are you leaving, or what?
I just love live TV. Our manager's had about 4 nitroglycerin pills already, you know what?
Well, it's time to talk about where we're all going to be. So come see us. Tammy, where are you going to be?
Well, I'm going to be at the Riverside Resort in Laughlin, Nevada, January 18th and 19th. I think that's with Waylon and Jesse. January 22nd, Arizona State University in Tempe, Arizona. And January 25th, I'll be in Clearwater, Florida.
Now, aren't you opening for Doug Stone on this next tour?
Cut it out now.
Inside joke.
No, I'm not opening for Mr. Doug. Hey, Steve McGarrett, by the way, Doug. That's a little inside joke.
You had to be there.
Had to be there. Anyway, I'm going to be at December 28th on my birthday at the San Angelo Civic Center with Mr. Alan Jackson in San Angelo, Texas. And December 29th at the Blue Bonnet Convention Center in Victoria, Texas. And New Year's Eve, we're opening for Steve Wariner and George Strait at Reunion Arena in Dallas.
That's a good one.
Now I know where you guys are going to be, because your bus is going to be right behind ours.
We're following y'all.
Hey, can I say something? My dad was a full bird colonel in the 101st Airborne. So I'm an old Army brat, and I'm with you guys.
You just had to stir them up more, Rich, didn't you?
We were just getting them calm over there.
I was in the Army for 18 years. So I left home.
You got thrown out because of the hair.
That's it. Well, anyway, let's get to see. December 31st, Bell City Expo Center, Belton, Texas. New Year's Eve.
With the Judds. No, with the Judds, January 10th. Is that right?
I don't know.
In Lubbock, Texas.
All right.
Not us,
All right.
not us.
January
That's
11th,
just
Billy
us.
Bob's, Fort
Billy
Worth,
Bob's.
Texas. Yes. If you find
Any
a
more?
honky-tonk, you'll find us.
We're just finding
I'd
out
like to say
about
one thing. Thanks for letting us work with you this year. It's been our pleasure.
Well, we knew y'all needed the work.
We appreciate it.
You know, if we're not on stage
We're poor.
singing our little old hearts out, all of us, we're home on our couch in our favorite old bathrobes watching the show on TV, but we hope you all should come out and see us, because there's nothing greater than live music.
That's right.
And this portion of Nashville Now is brought to you by General Foods International Coffee. We're going to be right back after these words.
Welcome back to Nashville Now. It's a wonderful time of the year. And here to close our show tonight, our guest host with a song from their Christmas time with the Judds cassette and CD. Ladies and gentlemen, the Judds.
Oh, beautiful Star of Bethlehem, shine far through shadows deep, giving the light for those who long have gone, guiding the wise men on their way unto the place where Jesus lay. Oh, beautiful Star of Bethlehem, shine on. Oh, beautiful star, the hope of life, guiding the pilgrims through the night, over the mountains till the break of dawn, into the land of perfect day. It will give out a lovely ray. Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on. Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, give us a lamp to light the break of dawn. Give us a lamp to light the way unto the land of perfect Jesus is now the star divine. Brighter and brighter he will shine. Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on. Oh, beautiful star. Beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on. Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Well, honey, I think you're the best hostess since Twinkie. Did a good job. On behalf of all the Judds and our wonderful guests tonight, we do want to wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas. Miss Tammy Wynette. Come on.
The one, the only, Joe Diffie.
Our new friend, Mr. Joe Diffie. And them ornery, hairy-legged pirates. Tomorrow night, our guests are going to be T. Graham Brown, Tom and Beverly Grant, Dorothy Morris. Santa Claus is going to be here. Oh, my goodness. Minnie Pearl, Turtle Claus, whoever that is.
Y'all take care of each other.
Come see us.
Good night.
Merry Christmas.